Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Let's see if I can't get right to it. First things first.
Hey now.
Artie has called in sick. He is not here today.
He looked fine yesterday.
Well, as he explains in this rather gripping phone call at 3 in the morning, he went out last night.
Uh-oh.
See? Now, Gary said to me, then why did he go out?
Yeah, if he's sick.
Yeah, or if it's going to make you sick, why would you go out? But
well, you don't know what'll make you sick, but if you're thinking you're going to get sick, you stay home in the freezing cold.
Although if you press Artie with any kind of logic, he gets all depressed. And
I know.
That's
it doesn't make sense.
I'm quitting.
Artie's got to do what Artie's got to do.
Yeah, it's Artie. It's like 3 o'clock on Monday night, Tuesday morning. I went out last night like a jerk off, and I feel like shit. I don't think I could come in tomorrow. Again, you guys give me shit for this, but I guarantee if I came in like this, Howard would be pissed because I'm just like, spraying shit all over the place.
What does that mean, spraying?
I don't know what that means.
What's he spraying?
Where's it spraying from?
That sounds gross.
That's it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, man. I just, I can't. I'm sick. I don't know. All right. I feel like shit doing this all the time, but I guarantee it's the right decision. I know. If it's something changes, I'll call you, but as of right now, I can't come in. And plan on my being there Wednesday, I guess. I'm gonna rest. All right, man. Bye.
Sounds like one of those days where Artie's going to sleep for 24 hours.
Yeah, but what does sick mean?
I don't know. That's
we
a good question.
We didn't get any illness indication or announcement, like a name for this illness. Is this a hangover? Is this I'm too drunk and I need to sleep it off?
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't really think he's sick.
You don't?
No.
You didn't even put in the fake cough.
No, and then he's spraying something all over the place. I don't know what that's the only description we got.
Garrett, it's Artie. What's up, man? It's like, it's 5 a.m. on Monday. Man, I'm not going to come in today. I'm sick. I'm sick as a dog. I got a fever. And, I don't know, I'm going to try to get rid of this today. And, I'm sick. I'm sick as a dog. I got a fever. I'm not going to be there today. I should be there tomorrow.
Hello?
Garrett, it's Artie. What's up, man?
Artie?
Listen, man, I'm not going to come in today. I'm sick.
Yeah?
Sick as a dog. I got a fever.
Maybe you called the wrong number.
That's like...
Okay.
It's 5 a.m. on Monday.
Well, according to my clock, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, not 5 o'clock in the morning.
And, I don't know, I'm going to try to get rid of this today.
Get rid of what?
I don't know.
No. This is the wrong number. This is Avenue.
It's the only number I figured I could call.
Okay, but you're calling the wrong number. I don't have no one works for me. It's only me and my cousin.
All right, so I'm not going to be there today.
Yeah?
I'm going to rest today. I should be there tomorrow.
Where?
Hopefully. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine with me. What am I going to tell you? Don't be here.
I'm sorry, man.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so I'm not going to be there today.
I think you got wrong number.
I'm going to rest today. today. I should be there tomorrow, hopefully. All right, I'm sorry.
You don't walk here. Nobody walks in this place but me and my cousin. I don't even know you.
I love that.
Yeah, I think we called him again, that guy.
Oh, that's great.
Next time Artie was sick with it.
Come on down.
Gary, it's Artie.
Who's Artie?
Need more ammunition.
Who is that? And what do you want from me? Why are you...
It's Thursday morning. I can't stop throwing up or shitting.
I told you this last time. I don't know you. I don't know your name. I don't know why you keep on calling me. Stop bothering me.
Sorry I had to bleep that, but...
What believe? Believe what? What are you talking about?
I got some sort of stomach virus. It's killing me. I gotta go, I'm going to the doctor, so I'm not going to be there today, so...
Oh, okay. Go see a doctor before you drop dead.
Have a good time with this one.
Man.
I'll probably be in tomorrow. I know I will be, no matter what.
I see you coming in the store. I promise you. I'll punch you in the mouth. I don't want you in the store tomorrow.
It's better than dealing with this, so...
Go ahead, deal with it, and go fuck yourself.
Sorry, Jack.
Whatever.
Wow, that isn't very nice.
That guy is not sympathetic.
No. I've got like 500 Artie calls and sick messages. But anyway, we just add that one to the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sick a lot, man.
I don't think you call that sickness. There's no sickness called I drank too much.
Right. Well, let's go to Jim. Let's say hello to a couple of people. Springfield, Massachusetts. Jim, you're on the air.
Morning, Howard.
Morning.
Just a quick accounting thing. Not only have you not done the show since you've come to Sirius, I even heard you with a cold, a sniffle, a cough. You've been very good with the voice and everything. So,
well, let's just say.
Shame on Artie.
No, I come in pretty much. I haven't been sick really that much. I mean, what am I supposed to knock on wood? There's no wood.
I think the
knock on Formica, but.
Last days you were at K-Rock, right, when you were going to have Gary fill in and he freaked out, and you came in anyway?
Yeah, Gary was all freaky, so I just went in.
Right. I'd like to move on to...
I was fighting off a cold last week. I certainly didn't go out partying.
No, you got to stay home when that happens. First of all, in this job, you can't go out during the week. I have turned down the best stuff to do during the week. You've got to really be able to say no to yourself. It is very difficult. Like when someone calls and says, let's go out to blah, 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 I just go, I can't. It
always sounds more intriguing during the week, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like I'm missing out on a lot, but okay, so what? Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, that's 4 nights out of the week I don't go out.
Right.
That's it. And you just can't. And that's part of who you are when you work on this show.
It's passive-aggressive in Artie's calls, too, because I have people who work for me. When people call in and they say, I don't think I'm going to be coming in, which is sort of equivocal. And in the history of people saying, I don't think I'm coming in, have they ever rallied and surprised you and come in?
No, never. They don't
you make a point.
You make a really good point. They never want to say, look, I'm not coming in.
Right.
It's like, well, there's some big decision that has to be made. All right. Thank you.
Oh, can I move on to something else?
Oh, okay, Jim, go ahead.
All right. Jessica Hahn, I understand why that first call had to happen. She has a long history with the show, and it's regrettable that her boyfriend died. But you know as well as I do, I wasn't a listener in 92, 93. I started in about 96. That I didn't get the Sam Kinison years, and I can understand that she was a good guest, or I'll take your word for it, at one time. But you know as well as I, she's like somebody who stayed at the party way too long. She contributes nothing to the show now. And for you to go back to that well a second time, I thought I really trust your judgment about what to put on the air, and I thought that was, a little unnecessary.
I called her back out of concern. I was very concerned when I heard her.
Can't you do that on your own time?
I did, actually. I did. I called her last night. I don't know that she got the message. I left a message on her machine. No, I wasn't really thinking in terms of, like, what is appropriate. I was thinking...
if it would be good entertainment.
Yeah, I thought that the audience has known Jessica for many years and collectively kind of was thinking about her, that she sounded really, really upset. And, she's part of the show's fabric and someone who I do care about. And yes, I did do it off the air, but also on the air. And I felt totally comfortable doing it and just seeing how, I didn't even call her really. I put it out there on the radio. I said, if you're listening, I'd like to know how you're doing right now. It had been like 4 or 4.5 hours since we'd spoken to her, and she didn't sound like she was in real good shape. So that was my decision. And, yeah, I mean, I suppose you could comment that any aspect of the show isn't entertaining, but to me it was of human interest, not necessarily funny.
Well, I would say it's a testament to your judgment that I rarely find the need to call about, and it is a bit of picking nits, but you are so fantastic about being attuned to what your audience responds to that it seemed out of character.
Well, here's the secret. I'm really not tuned in to what my audience wants to hear. It's that I'm able to take any situation and make it interesting. See, that's the thing of a broadcaster.
But it starts off being interesting to you.
Right.
You don't have anybody else's head.
Exactly. That's it. I mean, I don't know that I'm in tune. It's just that whatever I decide to tackle is interesting. You see.
Well,
my take on it.
Ponder that one.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Howard.
All right.
I don't know how Jim even thinks he has the knowledge to comment.
Yeah, you wouldn't have knowledge. You wouldn't be able to comment on any of this. Let's go to Black. This guy's name is Black.
Howard, what's up, brother?
Are you black?
No, I'm not black. Are you black?
Well,
yo. She is black, actually.
Ironic.
Hey, listen, Howard.
Your name is Black and you may be black.
Yo. Shut the fuck up. Hey, Howard. I was when you were talking about the Cat Williams show, and you were saying how you liked that one girl on there. What was her name? The little skinny chick?
Yeah, I don't know her name.
Whatever. I was thinking, and I'm a big fan of yours, but I don't like your taste in black women, man. So I wanted to run a couple names by you and see what you thought of them.
All right.
Beyonce.
She's, well, I've seen 2 Beyoncés. There's a Beyonce that I saw by the pool in Miami who had slimmed down. She looked good. I did not think she looked good the other night. She was way too thick in her hips and thighs and wearing those Superwoman, Wonder Woman hot pants. Did a real disservice to the woman. She's got a beautiful face, but the body is not rocking.
You don't like Jennifer Lopez either, huh?
Again, it depends. I've seen Jennifer Lopez in person one time many years ago. She was wearing a pair of white stretch pants. And I have you know how guys like a big ass, and I get that. This was bizarre. There was so much junk in the trunk. I mean, it looked freakish. So she's really got to keep a lid. She's got a gorgeous face, but no, she's not someone that's high on my list. I banged her.
I'm criticizing you, but in a sense, I have found myself changing my opinion since I've been listening to you. Because, I notice it's like a lot of times as black men, we just like, anything just big, but in a sense, it can get, out of control at times. So I do see where you're coming from. But at the same time, I look at some of the girls, like I was looking at one of the Miss Howard TV winners, and I was like, wow, you were talking about how sexy she was. And I just got Howard TV, and I was like, yeah, she's skinny. She's like she's about to fucking fly away. You know what I mean?
I do like him thin, but listen, I like that Rihanna, or whatever her name is. I like her.
Okay. Well, that's it, Howard. I love you, man.
I love you, too. All right, thank you.
Howard TV, and I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Black. That's Black over in Cleveland, Robin.
Very interesting. An assessment of your taste in ethnic women.
I'm not sure what the argument was. Anyone who saw Beyonce would know that she did not look good the other night on the Grammys. By the way, I was reading in the newspaper that the Grammys this year were one of the lowest rated Grammys in all of history. That people just don't tune into the Grammys anymore. And I suspect it's because there's too many different types of music. No one can... I know as a rock fan... I cannot sit through Andrea Bonacelli or whatever the fuck. Bonaducci. Andrea Bonaducci. I cannot sit through that stuff. I know it's, like I should be a better man. I just...
No, you shouldn't be a better man. You would like what you like.
Yeah, it makes me nauseous. I can't sit through it.
See, I like being exposed to different types of music like that. Otherwise, I'd rarely know what any of that stuff was.
No, I don't like being exposed to anything. All right, I'm opposite you. I'm opposite.
But there were a lot of matchups that really shouldn't have happened, like Keely Smith and Kid Rock and
Alicia
Keys and a tape of Frank Sinatra.
I hated all of it. I mean, really, it just gets so boring and dull. And then finally somebody starts to make an interesting speech, or they cut away. Like, you could have kept the camera on Amy Winehouse all night, and I would have stayed there.
She should have given a concert.
Right. That was so interesting. Even when she won the Grammy, and she's hugging her friends, and she can't apparently get to the microphone. That woman is a reality television gold mine.
I think all the camera crew would quit.
And you start to get the feeling that Amy Winehouse, they were going to cut away any second. You know, you get this weird feeling that they just don't understand what's interesting and what isn't.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who really is disturbing when I watched the Grammys, but interesting, was this Kanye West. What a disturbing man.
He's another one. When you sit there and you look at the get-up and the carving of Mom in his head and everything going on with him, he's disturbed as well.
Barely articulate, and then gets up and is the most ungracious winner. I feel bad for you peoples who put out an album
when he does.
When I do, because this is my house. This is my house. You know, you're in a fucking room with Ringo Starr, one of the Beatles. This isn't your fucking house, asshole. Let's see in 3 years if it's still your house.
That was what was funny about Vince Gill.
You know, Stevie Wonder is standing there. A guy who has won 97 Grammys and is probably the most talented musician on the planet, and you're up there, this is my fucking house. You know, just shut the fuck up. You're an asshole.
Yeah, what do you play? Can you write a note? What do you do?
I mean, one of the worst speeches ever. Although, when he did say to the guys playing music over him, he said, this is in poor taste, you know, I applauded that.
He was right on that.
He was right on, so... I don't know, but the guy came off real bad. Just real bad. That arrogance and not being able to speak English, it's just like, it's all combined. It's just really kind of sickening.
But everybody expects that from him. He's the guy who got upset the first year he put out an album because he didn't get best new artist or something. That was supposedly his award, and somehow he got ripped off.
Yeah, because he's so talented. So, you know, the Grammys are...
And he's very babyish. It's a baby, you know, like a little spoiled brat attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not attractive.
Yeah.
It's just not attractive.
For a guy supposed to be this hard rapper, he comes off like a little baby.
Yeah. All right, as long as I'm on voicemail, I got a lot of stuff to get to, and today's probably a real good day to get to it. Because I had a couple of things that were sort of penciled in for today, and at the last minute, everything sort of changed and got canceled. Yeah. So, let's see. Here we go. Oh, here's Kanye West's Grammy speech. Maybe some people didn't hear it. I just thought, you tell me if I'm right. Grammy page. I got all this stuff on tape. Here you go.
It definitely feels good to be home. Here at the Grammys, you know, we snuck in about 4 or 5 years ago, and now we basically made this our new place of residence.
Yeah, you know, that's...
Right, what's that?
And who's we? We snuck in. You know, that's real bad. We. You know, the dude needs a little bit of an attitude adjustment. He needs to look in the crystal ball and see if he's around in 3 years.
And when working on a hip-hop album in a state, you know, with the music game, they say, like, you know, you can't sell records, or a lot of people say hip-hop was dead, not just Nas, but, you know, a lot of people just said, like, the art form wasn't popping like that anymore. You know, I wanted to cross the genres and show people, you know, how we could still express ourselves with something fresh and new, and that's what hip-hop has always been about, you know, coming out with new sounds and stuff. So always so common, like, man, you got to time the album out better. You can't drop them the same year as me, man. You got to, this is my award. I want to...
I guess the Grammys are like, get this fucking guy on
Yeah, what the hell is he rambling about?
Look here.
Nas and Common, and I don't know what you're talking about.
This is my year.
For Mark Ronson and Amy Winehouse. Come on. You going to play music on me? For Mark Ronson and Amy Winehouse, if I don't get up here for Album of the Year, you deserve it just as much as me. I deserve it, too. And just to say something about my mother, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the prayers. It would be in good taste to stop the music then.
I got to say, the guy did the right thing.
Yeah, that was a
But he spent 3/4 of the speech beforehand bullshitting. If he was really that concerned, why didn't you just say that up front?
Well,
I dedicate this award to my mom.
But in all fairness, someone finally wins a Grammy, they want to say something. It's better than listen to Andre Bonaducci.
I don't know.
You know, there are 5 awards given out during this TV show. They're so busy singing.
I appreciate
that music. It's like when I do those commercial reads.
I appreciate everything.
And what kind of music was that anyway?
And I know you're really proud of me right now. And I know you wouldn't want me to stop. And you want me to be the #1 artist in the world. And, Mama, all I'm going to do is keep making you proud. We run this.
I don't know what any of it means.
Yeah, secret code. We run this.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but what the fuck am I going to say? Let's go to Zotter. Zotter wants to say hello. Yes, Zotter. Yes, Zotter?
Sounds like Zotter left us at the ocean. We're at the airport.
Yeah, we're on a plane, I think, right now. All right, as long as I was in voice... All right, I'll give up on that. As long as I was in voicemail mode, this is Richard's dad. I couldn't get to this yesterday. I ran out of time. It was a 17-hour show yesterday, Robin, and within the 17 hours, I couldn't get to Richard's dad's voicemail. But I just love listening to Richard's dad.
There's something endearing about it.
Yeah, in a way, I kind of like the relationship between him and his dad. The dad always calls and reports, even, just anything. And
yeah, there's very little happening where he is, but he calls and reports anyway.
And this life on the farm, it's a whole different life than any of us know from, if you live in an urban area.
Rich, this is your dad. I just got the cheesecake you sent me for my birthday and done got into it, and it was real good. I just want to thank you. We was sitting there eating cheesecake, and Bandit, the dog, was down there eating, and we had the radio on. You come on the radio, and he stopped eating and growled. He knew your voice. he didn't like you, I guess. Well, it's season, so we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.
Great.
His dad's like Kanye West. We'll talk to you later. He's got the royal we going.
Oh, my goodness. We done got into that cheesecake.
It was good. Richard likes his family.
Food.
They send food back and forth to each other. Like the dad will shoot a squirrel and send it to him in a box and make a squirrel stick out of it. One time, this shit shows up in a box, and Richard brings it into the station. There's people eating it. It was like a deer that was frozen into a stick. And people got ill.
Deer sticks?
Deer sticks. I don't know. Wendy the retard is so angry with me. She, a couple of months ago, she said, I want money. If you give me money, I won't ever call you again and bother you about money.
Right. We told her she couldn't.
So I gave her, $500 or something. So she, within 2 weeks, she's back on the phone screaming at me I should buy her an Xbox, and she needs the Xbox back, and then...
I thought the last money was for an Xbox.
Yeah, well, now she's pissed because She's like one materialistic retard, I'll tell you. She found she used her head. She found an Xbox that was used, and even that upsets her.
Hi, Howard. It's me, Wendy. Since you won't help me out and get me Xbox 360, I called EB Games, and they have one for $240, a used one. So I guess when I get my next month's pay, I guess I'm going to get it with my next month's paycheck. Since you won't help me out and get me one. So I guess I'll get one with my next paycheck. So, bye.
I guess, doesn't that feel better, getting it yourself?
Yeah, I don't know. And what paycheck is she getting?
Sounds like an important lesson to me.
Hey, Gary, wasn't there another follow-up where she said she's upset because she had to get a used Xbox? It was really wild.
She doesn't like this cheap Xbox?
No, that's the one. That's the one.
Oh, that's the one.
She knows she has to go to EB Games.
Oh.
And that's $240. She wants the good one.
She wants the brand new one.
You know what you ought to do? Get a shoebox and put a wire sticking out of it and say, this is the brand new Xbox. See how long it takes you to figure out that it doesn't work. Anyway, she loves that Xbox so much.
Everybody does. I see people walking around in the airport with them under their arms. Like they are they won't be separated from their Xbox.
Yeah, I've never played it, so I don't know. They say in the paper today that Barack Obama now, in a national poll, is leading Hillary Clinton.
And that if he were running against John McCain, he'd beat John McCain.
Wow. Well, I still maintain.
How can you do this?
I don't know. I still maintain that Hillary Clinton will pull this out, and she will be the nominee.
Got a rabbit in a hat somewhere?
But it certainly looks like it's shifting toward Barack Obama.
I feel torn. I really was excited about her candidacy. And now it seems she's imploding.
Well, that's what happens. You see, as soon as somebody gets a little momentum, this worked for John McCain. This is what Rudy Giuliani didn't understand. As soon as somebody gets a little momentum, everyone goes, well, I want to back the winner.
Right.
I want to be, so I'm not, I'm going to change. But, I don't know. Maybe she is blowing it. Maybe it's the idea of somebody new. Maybe people are sick of the Clintons or something. I don't know. I
know she could be a really good president.
Yeah, and she's a good United States senator. She's got Bill there with her. I mean, I told you, 2 for the price of 1. I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, part of me doesn't want to be so gung-ho for her because every time, 2 times I've run into that Bill Clinton, he blows me off.
Right.
Treats me like I'm a fucking pariah.
Like you are dangerous for him.
Yeah.
Like you're going to mess up his reputation.
Yeah, the guy was getting blowjobs in the Oval Office, got caught, and then goes on TV and lies. Lies to the American public and says, I don't know, what do you define sex as?
It all depends on what is me. What do you mean by is?
Yeah. What do you mean is? What do you mean by it? What is it? So, I mean, and I was always kind of miffed because I'm standing there right next to John Bon Jovi. And he says hello to John Bon Jovi and then walks right by me. He said, and I was just like, you fucker. I've supported you. I've probably thrown a lot of people.
You should have taken him out at the knee or something.
Yeah. And the other thing I always know deep in the back of my mind that if Hillary Clinton got in, she wouldn't do a fucking thing for us if we were twisting in the wind somewhere.
Absolutely not.
But
neither is Barack Obama. He's not coming near us either.
No.
Somehow, every president has to stay away from us.
Yeah, because we're scumbags.
F you.
I saw that Senator Arlen Specter wants to investigate. Listen to this. Senator Arlen Specter wants to investigate this whole notion of the New England Patriots.
Right, the tapes.
The tapes. They're like, why did the NFL destroy the tapes that the New England Patriots made of another team?
Is this like Watergate?
I don't know, but I want to say to Senator Specter, that can't be that important. I mean, if you really want something to focus on, Find out why a stupid little merger between two satellite companies can't go down. It's now over a year. I think February 19th will be the one-year anniversary of the announced merger.
Yes, you're right.
Find out why big business is somehow holding up two companies that are bleeding. This is America.
Actually, the government is holding up.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, actually, I say companies. I'm meaning the only ones holding this up are the NAB and the National Association of Broadcasters and all these little individual broadcast groups.
Yeah, but it's because government officials are listening to them.
Well, it's because they're corrupt.
Yeah, my point being that they can't do it on their own. They have to get in collusion with our government.
Yep. It's really nuts. But what do I know? Brian, you're on the air in Red Hill, Pennsylvania. Hi.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, while you're talking about mergers, what do you think about Microsoft trying to buy out Yahoo? Or Google, I'm sorry.
No, Microsoft
I think you were right.
is kind of trying to buy out Yahoo, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. What do you think?
You know, people are scared of Microsoft in the sense that it's such a big company, and I don't know. I don't know. You know, it seems to me that that's okay, but I don't know that much about it.
Yeah, but Google wanted to get into bed. I mean, Yahoo wanted to get into bed with Google.
Right.
Right.
And then Microsoft, it looks like a hostile takeover.
Oh, I don't know that much, but it seems to me that if they decide to take over, they won't need government approval.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of...
Yeah, they're doing that willy-nilly, and the government is not a big issue for them.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to me that in this country, they try to give big business a hand by staying out, by not interfering in the marketplace. That's the whole idea. Unless you see some sort of gross monopoly. This isn't that. So I don't know. You know what? I don't fucking know. What do I know about this? I really don't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
To me, I still can't believe a search engine on the Internet can be worth that much.
Yeah.
I still don't understand it. I don't know. I guess they're making so much money in ad revenues, but it seems to me that anyone could start a new search engine and render Yahoo worthless.
Well, that's not necessarily true because other people have tried.
Well, okay. But
people seem to be just a few out there that really get people's attention.
Well, that's what I don't understand. If Yahoo's the one that's hurting, why are they blowing off Microsoft? That's what they need to help them get it through. No?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
Because they're dancing. Google, I think, was the first to come up and say, hey, maybe we'll take you over. And they were talking to each other. Then Microsoft said, whoa, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
King of all blacks, you're on the air in Englewood Cliffs.
Yes. Howard, I wanted to ask you a question. First of all, I wanted to talk about Artie, but anyway, this is more important. I wanted to ask you a serious question. If McCain is the front runner, he is the front runner for the Republicans, and Barack Obama is the front runner for the Democrats, will you vote for a black guy?
Would I? Sure, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I think you're right that a lot of people, I know what you're implying here, will white people be able to pull the lever for a black guy? Now, look, here is a guy running as a Democrat and trying to get the nomination. There are many white people. This is not just a black thing. There are many white people who are voting for Barack Obama.
Yeah, I heard one of the commentators say the other day, who was it? Maybe it was Bill Maher, who said that white people don't see Barack Obama as so black.
You know what, though? I resent that comment. I'm going to tell you something. It's about time that black people took note. Yes, there are lots of people who are racist. But you know what? There are lots of white people who will pull the lever for a black man. They're as much racism as you perceive out there. There are a lot of good people who aren't seeing race. And yes, white people see Barack Obama as a black man. Trust me. I'm a white guy. I'm going to tell you I hear lots.
I love when people say that not so black thing, because I
resent that.
The only people who see black people as not so black are black people.
Right.
I understand it, and it's sort of a compliment, but
No.
It's not a compliment.
It's not a compliment.
No. I mean, it's not a compliment, but when you say it to a black person, they feel like that's a compliment.
To a white person, everyone is black.
That's right. Who isn't white?
Who isn't white. And let me tell you something. There's lots of white people in this country who don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And they say, oh, well, you're not going to pull the lever for Barack Obama. It gets people's backs up, white people's backs up, because they go, no.
I'm not an idiot.
I'll vote for whoever's best. Now, there are a lot of people who will not vote for a black guy. Just like they wouldn't vote for a Jewish guy or a woman.
There's people who wouldn't vote for a woman. There's people who wouldn't vote for an Italian. There's all kinds of craziness in the world.
Yeah, and I got news for you. Whether it's Hillary Clinton or Clinton or Barack Obama, I got to tell you something. Then when the whole thing's decided, when they have two people running against each other, McCain and whatever it is, Clinton or Obama, I am then going to listen to the debates and form my opinion. I am not automatically pulling the switch for Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton. I would actually listen to what McCain has to say.
I'm not going for 100 years in Iraq. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I would listen to what everyone has to say and then make my decision.
That's all you have to say to me.
I wanted to move over to Artie. When Artie first called, I know you're off that right now, but when Artie first called, why is the guy he went out with a jerk off? You know what I'm saying? He must have called the guy and said, let's go out, or the guy called him, or whoever, they called each other and they said, let's go out. Now that he can't come to work, the guy that he went out with is a jerk off.
Well, that is sort of the Artie mentality. I'd be the first one to tell Artie that. He does like to blame other people for what he does. Now, I mean, he's going to say, look, I was just busting balls and saying one of my jerk-off friends. But Artie does blame a lot. Like even with the eating and the drugs and everything else, he's kind of like, it's not me.
Even when he gets too drunk on stage, it's the audience.
Yeah, the audience feeds him drinks. There's always somebody out to undermine his sobriety, you know what I mean?
And then when he comes in and you might ask him maybe a little too much, then he gets mad at you.
Yeah. He does get angry with a lot of people, a lot, and doesn't really, he doesn't say, hey, guess what? I'm a jerk-off.
Right.
I went out last night.
Forget my friend. Yeah. I'm the jerk. I have a job that gets me up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Look, I have friends who call me all the time to go out during the week. All the time I'm invited to really cool stuff because of my position and all that. And they know. There is like people now don't even call. They know because it's an automatic no if it's a Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. That's it. It's an automatic no. I can't go.
My phone isn't supposed to ring at a certain time because everybody knows I'm settling down to go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, really, all my friends know that.
You better be dying if you call.
Well, it's only, think about it, it's only 4 days. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, I don't go to cool places like you, but I got to be to work at 6 o'clock in the morning also, so you can't do certain things in the weekdays that you would do.
No, you get sick otherwise. Your body just breaks down.
And it was a Monday night. Who needs to go out on a Monday night?
Yeah, there's nothing going on, believe me. What the hell are you missing? What, more drinking?
Yeah, the same thing you do on Saturday.
Jerry, you're on in Hillside, New Jersey. Hillside, New Jersey.
How you doing, Howard? I'm calling a little bit different from the King there. I don't think, well, as far as me, Howard, I know you're not racist and I'm not racist either, but in a way I feel like if Barack Obama is...
I have a feeling I am racist. Now, I have a new take on this. I'll tell you why I am racist.
Go ahead.
Because, like Robin has pointed this out, and maybe this is my upbringing. I did grow up in a black neighborhood. When I get nervous when I see a black guy coming down the street in the morning. You know what I mean?
There's several things. You won't read wedding announcements of black couples.
Right.
Yeah, but
I don't read their love story. I used to turn off the TV when black couples were on that relationship show.
Oh, yes,
that's not racist.
God, what was that show?
Howard, because I believe if you say Chuck Zito walking down the street, you'd be scared of him, too.
Well, that's true.
But it would be Chuck Zito. He's not hopping out of the street for every white guy.
Actually, I kind of am. You know, I'm thinking now maybe I'm swinging back that I'm not that racist because I kind of am afraid of everyone. But I'm not too choked up.
More cowardly because Jeff the drunk, I'll be scared of him, too.
That's true.
Howard, like I was saying, if Barack Obama is the front runner and he gets to run against McCain, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not racist. I don't believe you're racist, but I don't think people, especially in the South, I don't think the Democrats will win the election. I think somehow John McCain will pull it out.
What is so funny, Jerry, is that here we thought in the South Hillary Clinton would clobber because she's at least a white woman. Maybe a woman, but white. In the South, lots of white people voted for Barack Obama.
And the next elections are coming up in the Potomac region, which is Maryland, Virginia, and a couple of other states. They expect Barack Obama to win.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is proving something.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch, you know, like all these places that he's winning, and who knows? I still don't think America's ready for it.
Well, you'll see. You keep saying that, but then let's say Barack Obama is the nominee, and then they get into debates between Barack and John McCain. And John McCain, you know, starts to talk about, as Robin says, the 100 years in Iraq, and he's going to stick the program, and blah, 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 and people get, you know, nauseous from it, and you hear this young guy coming out with some fresh ideas, inspiring people with his rhetoric. You might, in fact, see a black guy in the office. Now, I've been told my whole life you will never see a black or a Jew as president.
Right.
I still maintain you'll never see a Jew.
Well, all of that can change. It's really more about these mercurial personalities. It isn't even about people getting ready, you know, because you could put any black guy up there and say, oh, we're ready to elect a black president. It really is about Barack Obama.
Yep. Yeah.
That's why I say that, Howard, because I've been hearing the same thing my whole life, and I've been conditioned to believe that, even though what's happening now is strange. But
so maybe what we got to say is that all these assholes who've been conditioning us, maybe they're not right. You know, maybe
well, they haven't
wrong.
been right every time they say in the polls that, you know, Rudy Giuliani is the front runner, he's the guy to beat. Apparently, Rudy hardly had a vote.
According to this, Obama would beat McCain in a general election. So there you go.
I would like to see it. I would like to see it. And one more thing, Howard. The other day, you dismissed something Artie said kind of fast, and I think he meant it. He said the other day that if you gave him an out for the wedding, he wouldn't go. And I think he really meant it. You gave him an out, but like you say sometimes you don't like to go to certain places. I think if you really said you wouldn't be offended and he thought you meant it, I think he would like to not go.
Well, I don't know if he meant it that way. Maybe he did. I don't know.
I think Artie would really miss being at the wedding.
Yeah, I do, too. I think he was just trying to read me and say, well, since I want a small wedding, I won't go. But, of course, I would have Artie there. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, did you watch 60 Minutes the other night with Obama and Hillary?
No.
You have to watch it, but it's really weird. Like, I still think Hillary's a great candidate. I still think Obama's a great candidate. And on the issues, they're great. But visually, she's starting to go into Nixon territory. Like, Obama's like John F. Kennedy. He's totally smooth and everything. And she's starting to get that shaky, weird-eyed look. You're like nervous.
She gets a bug-eyed look that the New York Post is particularly good at finding pictures of, where she looks insane. Well, and it's a shame. It does create this perception of a crazy woman. And I told you, psychologically, most men can't vote for a woman because they've had mothers who gave them that fucking bug-eyed look their whole lives. And guys, you know, most guys hate women. I hate to break it to you.
You know what is
You're
really
right.
sad?
Did you see that thing in the New York Times this weekend? It was Nicholas Kristof wrote a great piece on that whole thing. It's like,
let me explain. Most guys hate women, and I'll tell you why. They have real mother issues. Most mothers either swung one way or the other. Either they were overly involved, and the sons feel burdened by the mothers. They feel burdened by having to read their moods, to listen to them cry, And women represent this horrible burden. And most of them psychologically wanted to, it's Oedipus Rex. They wanted to bash their mother's brains in. And it's such an uncomfortable feeling that they suppress this. And they take it out on women the rest of their lives. Or it goes the other way. Their mothers ignored them. And they just fucking can't stand trying to get a woman's attention, and they want to bash a woman's brains in. This is why you see so much girl hating.
It all leads to bashing a woman's brains.
It does. There's a lot of men, though, who've had healthy relationships with their mothers. Now, there are those out there.
Do you know them?
What?
Do you know any?
No. No, there are men...
It's like a unicorn.
No, there are men who don't have these issues. Most men aren't even in touch with these issues. They don't even understand it. So the thing is that when they see Hillary Clinton, right away they see woman and they're into women bashing.
But they also hate dealing with a woman straight on.
They
do. Women have always known that the best way to get what they want from a man is not to let him know that he's being led.
Yep.
Hillary's just standing out there going toe-to-toe with people. That scares the crap out of men.
It does. And that's why you see men cannot pull the lever for a woman. They can pull the lever for a black man.
They'll even look at it. The military will sit there and say, I can't win an argument with her.
Right.
Yeah, I can't deal with her.
Because it's mom. They see her as mommy. And in fact, there's no clothing she could wear.
That would be right.
If she should grow a beard and a cock. Because
she'd be elected.
The woman happens to be a very strong candidate. Her problem is she's a woman, plain and simple.
Brilliant. She is well-versed on all the issues.
Put a cock on her, and I'm telling you, most Democrats would say, look, no contest. We have a United States Senator from New York who not only has had an experience in the White House, and wasn't just...
take any blustery jackass, and he'll run circles around her in an election.
Right.
But Howard, you have to understand, too, if you watch this thing, she really is starting to crack. And, like, when Katie Couric, who, by the way, may have conducted the worst interview, she was horrendous.
She's also looking like George Washington.
Yeah, she just is really light and not very good at interviewing.
Right.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, she just was asking dumb questions and dumb follow-ups and stuff. But, like she said to Hillary, you were the front runner, and now you're sort of not. How do you feel about that? And Hillary she gets shaky, and it almost looks like she's lying, and Obama just sits there and he doesn't sweat. It's just a weird thing.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool as a cucumber.
Well, if Hillary just sat there, in other words, if you were her coach, she'd say, and she probably needs a psychiatrist to calm her the fuck down. She would say, look, if the Clintons suffer from anything, it's this attitude that they deserve the White House. So this is blowing her mind. It's like it's hers and no one else should have it. So what she would say to Katie Couric is, you know what? This is a much tougher race than I thought.
Right.
We've got two good candidates, in my opinion. And people are having a hard time deciding. But you know what? I still think I'm the better candidate. I'm going to go out there and try. And you know what? I am disappointed. I did think
But that's what she won't say.
Right, she won't say that.
She spins. Every time she spins. She's back to spinning, and that's what's wrong.
She doesn't understand. She should say, I really expected the country to embrace me, and a lot of people haven't.
I don't know why people don't like me.
Right.
I think I'm a likable person.
Right. Yeah. And and say that. And you say, some people say it's because I'm a woman. And that's unfortunate because, you know what? I think I'm a really good candidate, and I wish people could see past that. People would melt. I suffer from this sometimes. I get so fucking defensive when people ask me a question. I want to spin. I want to fucking bang. I go, no, like a tantruming child. This is the way it really is, and fuck you, and I'm in denial. See, as a presidential candidate, you got to look so mentally healthy.
Right.
You got to look like shit doesn't hurt you.
And that's exactly. Barama, they say, look, you're hardly getting any sleep.
Right.
How are you? And he goes, well, I get up and I do my exercise every morning. I've been really diligent about that. He brings you right in there. You're feeling sorry for him. Oh, my God, look at how hard he's working. They asked Hillary the same question. She's like, well, I drink a lot of water. Her eyes get buggy.
Yes. She goes, I don't drink diet drinks anymore. Those were bad. But I'll tell you, one other cool thing they did with Hillary, which I didn't know, is she had one of those crazy fathers, one of those dads who pushed you. And they talked about how she came home with straight A's, and her father would say things like, well, then clearly this school isn't tough enough. You need to go to a more difficult school. Nothing was ever good enough. She had one of those dads like that.
Yeah, well, that'll fuck you all up.
And you know, when you want to see a humanistic side to these people, but it seems like as soon as one of these candidates tries to be real, the people just don't accept it. You know, people don't want to see the real side of these candidates.
No, they do. I'm saying just the opposite. They do want to see.
And I'm telling you, when Hillary was doing well in the campaign, it was when that veneer cracked.
Right.
And
all
you
of a
could
sudden,
actually see her. She's back to being guarded and defensive again.
Yeah, it's you know, playing to a national audience is very tricky stuff.
And where her husband is really good at spin, she is not.
Right.
And people anyway, hey, Howard, I got something something to say more. I'm tired of politics anyway, but this Howard TV's got me hooked, man. I was watching that the Super Bowl thing you had with the penthouse pet. I think it was in '96, '97.
Right.
And over the weekend, that's all I watched was Howard TV. And I was dying when I watched that episode. That penthouse pet was all over you. I mean, I kept hearing you, like, say things like, stop, like, in between just little things. And I had to look and see what she was doing. And it was obvious. I mean, she was all under your towel. And I just kept hearing you say, Robin, stop. And I was wondering what the hell was this chick doing to you?
I don't even remember the show you're talking about, but
a little 11-month-old baby was found about 100 yards away from his family's home that was possibly lifted by the storm's fierce winds. And when they were searching, they thought he was a doll. Somebody reached down to check his neck, and he took a breath. So he was really just subjected to a few scratches. He survived being thrown like 100 yards from his house.
Let me just clarify.
Tornado.
100 yards is the size of a football field. The tornado picked up this baby and the mother. The mother died, by the way.
The mother died.
But the baby was thrown the length of a football field. And
under debris.
Yeah, and only received scratches. He's perfectly fine. In fact, they're thinking about making him a superdelegate for the Democratic Party.
Well, this one actually would have superpowers.
But he lost his mother, unfortunately.
That's true. But he does have grandparents, and he is in their loving arms. The mother was 24 years old and was one of 6 people killed in the small community of Sumner County in Tennessee. I thought that was just an incredible story, not to be overlooked.
I have to get Lisa G in here tomorrow. There's a guy who wrote a letter, wants to have sex with her, and he sent a nude picture of himself. And
really?
Look at this guy. In fact, I'll tell you his background.
Why do guys send nude pictures?
He can't put his face in the picture. He is actually a male escort. He bangs women professionally. He said, I'm attracted to her. I'm looking for a relationship with her.
But he is a male escort.
He is, but he's not looking to... Look, here is the dude. Now, Robin, tell me.
Let me see. Whoa.
What do you think of that?
Nice body.
That could be Lisa G's boyfriend if she wants him. Wow. So I will do that tomorrow.
We'll have to ask her how it feels to be so loved.
You're not kidding.
The New York area is expected to see its first significant snowfall of the year. We haven't had enough with the cold. Forecasters predict there will be an increasing number of clouds during the morning drive, but the light snow will arrive before residents head home this evening. The snow will pick up in intensity. The late evening hours, coastal areas could see a mix of snow and rain, while areas to the north and west of the city will have snow and ice. The temperatures will reach highs in the upper 20s today, when the normal highs are in the low 40s in early February. So we're experiencing extreme cold, and now we're going to get some precipitation on top of that.
By the way, the email, I received a lot of comments about Jessica Hahn. People very sad to see that her longtime boyfriend died. Howard, Jessica Hahn was very sad. She loves you a lot. Thank you for being kind to her. It was very nice of you. Howard, you're a sweet man, and I love you personally myself, and I'm a married man.
What?
Howard, you goof around a lot and play around, but you're very good with people and taking good care. Some people weren't so kind to Jessica, and I hesitate to read this, but it's wah! Jessica's sugar daddy died. Wah, wah, wah. Well, she had a 16-year relationship with the guy.
Yeah, people can't be sad about losing their sugar daddies.
That's right. This one says, well, it took a tragedy, but Jessica Hahn was finally interesting. From now on, only let her call in when she loses a loved one. So, there you go.
People so nice.
People liked Dave Navarro on the show. They thought he was very good.
Yeah.
Great interview. This was everything that was missing from the Tito Ortiz and Jenna Jameson interview. In other words, he was open. And,
down to earth and honest.
Yeah. Someone had asked me a couple of weeks ago who I'd rather hear on Stern, Jenna Jameson or Dave Navarro, I would have said absolutely Jenna Jameson. But Jenna was a total bore last week, and Dave was on fire. He's now one of my favorite guests. He knows how to roll with the show. Anytime he wants to come on, bring on Dave Navarro. A terrific interview, Howard. One guy says Dave Navarro's an idiot. He's an arrogant dope. I met him a couple of times last year, and he's quite unfriendly and unapproachable. He also wears more makeup than Yucko the fucking clown. So, there you go. A lot of controversy there. A lot of controversy, too, with that Summer Verona with her dad waxing
father figure
waxing her asshole. Damn, she's smoking hot. I will wax her ass, and she can call me daddy if that's what she's into. This guy says, the dude made no sense. If I found out that my daughters were making porn, I would fucking execute everyone involved, and the publishing office would mysteriously explode. The Bunny Ranch would be burned to the ground. Give me a fucking break. This guy agrees with me that he's got to be attracted to this girl.
Yeah, we got to get that lie detector thing going.
I guarantee he's got a video of her showering, and after a few drinks, I'm sure his cock accidentally fell into her twat. That's what it says here in the email. I don't know about that. By the way, Dave Navarro will be on Howard TV tonight. Summer Verona and the waxing asshole episode is on Howard TV tonight. So fans of Howard TV, you've got it. You've got it. That's it. Robin, what else is in the news?
They're investigating steroids in baseball. And you remember the controversial pitcher, John Rocker?
Yes.
He appeared on an Atlanta radio show and admitted he used steroids for, quote, 3 or 4 years. He said Major League Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig knew about the steroid use and ordered him to take a drug test, which he failed. He says the commissioner didn't do anything to punish him after he failed the test. Rocker went on to say that he was playing for the Texas Rangers. Doctors for the Major League Baseball Association and the Players Union told him that using a particular type of steroid and not abusing it would not harm him.
That's unbelievable.
He also said that it was the early part of the decade, about 40 to 50% of major leaguers were using steroids at the time. He became controversial when he was quoted in Sports Illustrated magazine, of course, making racist and homophobic comments about New York baseball fans. The latest comments come as pitcher Roger Clemens is set to testify on Capitol Hill this week about his alleged steroid use.
There's a couple of great headlines in The Onion. Here's one. Congress to raise alpacas to aid struggling economy. There evidently is a plan afoot for alpaca raising. And
that's great.
If you buy the right ones, you can make a lot of money.
Yes, you use them for their coats, right? You don't have to kill them.
That's right. Here's one about Mitt Romney. Depressed candidate runs attack ad about himself. Who the hell do I think I am anyway is the theme of the commercial. And it shows him with a bottle of whiskey sitting on a couch in his robe. Here's a good headline. Mattress store experiments with non-blowout sale. I thought this one was good, too. Ron Paul placed 4 podiums away from other candidates. That's a good one, too. I like that. And so many others. What else, Robin, please?
We were talking about the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi the first part of the week, or the end of last week. He's the leader of the TM movement who died last week at the age of... What 91. 91?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they say he was put to rest in a very holy place in India the other day, and it got a little crazy. Police couldn't stop followers from breaking through their cordon and rushing the site where several hundred of the Maharishi's Western disciples and a group of Indian holy men were seated. Adding to the drama, a helicopter swooped in low, stirring up huge dust clouds and scattering posters of the guru as it dropped a scarlet cloud of red rose petals on the funeral procession. It repeated the dive 5 times despite frantic attempts by the Maharishi's successors to wave it away. So a little bit of craziness at the Maharishi
I understand it
funeral.
because, you know, I told you how much my mother loved the Maharishi. You know, she's a big meditator, transcendental meditation. In fact, I used to call her Mrs. Maharishi.
Really?
Did you know that?
No, I did
not. I go,
not.
who are you, Mrs. Maharishi? Mm-hmm. So you could see that he evoked a lot of
sentiment.
Right.
Well, he was cremated.
All right.
You're going to be buried?
I'm going to be buried, yes.
You're sticking with
above ground.
Above
one of those
ground.
mausoleums. Yeah, I'm going to start shopping for one.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They say that Britney's family is thinking of putting her on tour. Britney Spears?
Yeah, why not? Well, maybe keep her busy.
Maybe that's the only thing they know to do with this kid. They think, you know, if she's on stage, we know where she is at least.
Right.
So they're focusing on her dancing, and she's in preparation for a world tour. They say she'll be leaving the country for the next few weeks, according to a source. She'll train in privacy for a month and then go on a global tour. That's what's in page 6 today.
All right.
You're a very intelligent man.
Absolutely.
What do you do with very famous paintings that you have stolen?
That's a very big problem because you obviously cannot show them. You have to find a fence.
But how do you fence them?
Well, well, these guys who are in the business, they know people who can take these paintings. Sometimes they bring them out of the country.
And they sell them underground.
That's
and then
right.
They go to private buyers and wind up in their collections. Can they show them?
Robin, what would I know?
No, I thought you were up on all this stuff.
Yeah.
3 armed men in ski masks stole 4 paintings by Cézanne, Degas, Van Gogh, and Monet worth $163.2 million.
Yep, list them on eBay.
From the Zurich Museum.
Put them on eBay.
That's one of Europe's largest ever art heists, according to the police.
There are people who will buy them. There are ways of, you know, they know they're illegal and they buy them anyway. That's crazy.
I guess you have to keep them under wraps for a long time, though.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't understand that.
It's a crappy business.
But, I mean, you know, I'm sure they get their money up front. It's the people who buy them who can't ever show them to anybody unless they're sworn to secrecy.
Fred and I used to steal paintings. We could never unload them. We never figured that out.
Did you actually know what you were selling?
They're in Manhattan mini stores.
We got 7 Da Vinci's and we don't know what to do with them.
Get out of here. You were stealing those velvet paintings with the kids with the big eyes.
I thought they would be worth something one day.
Who knows?
Anything else, Robin?
Blu-ray in high definition. I've asked you about this before. It seems now that Blu-ray is getting the nod from a lot of the industry over HD DVD.
Oh, yeah.
So, in that war, it seems that Blu-ray is winning. Best Buy, the #1 consumer electronics chain, said that beginning in early March, it will provide more shelf space and marketing for Blu-ray players and software than it will for similar HD DVD products. So that's another
yes, Kristen.
blow to HD DVD.
Hi, Howard.
Hi, Kristen.
How are you?
All right.
Good. I was at the Scott Greenstein's bar mitzvah, and I actually saw you and Beth, and you guys look lovely together.
Thank you.
She's absolutely beautiful in person. And I just wanted to, I was reading your website about how much it costs, and I've been doing bar mitzvahs for a very long time, and I've never not gotten a tip at the end of a bar mitzvah. And myself and my staff were waiting around afterwards after we had changed, and Mr. Greenstein completely avoided us.
I got to defend Scott, my friend Scott, on this one. I see a guy goes to his kid's bar mitzvah, and they pay a fortune for this thing.
Right.
You mean he's got to walk around with a wallet at the end and start tipping everyone? I mean, isn't that all paid for by? Doesn't the party planner handle all of that?
No. No.
Really?
You got no tip from anybody.
I never would know to tip. You have to tip the dancer? I mean, what do do you understand this? In other words,
I know from having these parties that, yes, you tip every worker.
Wow. I mean,
not every
I'm
worker.
a big tipper.
Yes,
you
do.
I'm not a cheapskate, but I mean, the guy has a big party.
Right.
He's paid the caterer. He paid this. He paid that. He probably paid. God only knows what that thing cost. It had to be $150,000 at least.
Probably more.
Yeah, and I mean, at some point he says, well, I paid everyone. I took care of everything.
Right.
Yeah, now I got to go around and pay some more. I mean,
even the people who put up the decorations get tipped.
Real?
Not really.
Yes, yes, really. Let me tell you.
Howard, I used to work for bar mitzvahs when I was in college.
Right.
And I mean, tipping is that's built in. Everyone tips. You tip the DJ.
I thought it was built in, though.
No. I mean, like, to do it. And it really is. You walk around.
I mean, my daughter's bar mitzvah, it was all taken care of by the party planner. Right. And I said, how much? I said, make sure everyone's taken care of.
The party planner will usually come to the person and say, look, I need a certain amount of money to tip.
Right.
In 4 years, I never worked a party where we didn't get tipped, ever.
Right.
So how much do you...
$20.
How much do you usually get?
Seriously, between, $25 and $100 tip.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well.
And I've been to parties where the parents actually, it breaks my heart. I want to give the tip back because they really cannot afford a bar mitzvah.
Right.
And I go up to them and I thank them. And it's amazing that somebody...
Well, I bet you, he's not a cheap guy. I bet you he thinks it was taken care of. I would have assumed that as well.
Yeah, she's thinking that Scott was avoiding her.
Yeah, Scott ain't avoiding. I mean, he's busy in the middle of a whole fucking deal. What is it, John Hines?
I tipped everybody. All the dancers, all the people who were working there.
But did you have a party planner?
No.
Yeah, so you took care of it yourself.
Right.
So he probably had a party coordinator and all that, and he probably figures, well, it's all built into the package.
But they usually tell you, there are certain bills you pay, and then they say, I'm going to need a certain amount of cash to tip all of the people that need tipping.
The party planner went up to him at the end of the night. I was there, and she went up to him and she said, do you have tips for the dancers and such? And he said, he sort of said no. And he walked away. And it's just, it's frustrating because, a $10 tip just shows your appreciation of what we've done. And, we busted our butts.
Well, what did you do? You danced, right? And you get paid, right? You got paid to dance.
Right. But it's just an appreciation.
I see. All right. Well, okay. But I mean, maybe the guy didn't know. I mean, I could certainly understand that.
Now, she's claiming she overheard a conversation where he said no.
All right. Well, he's not here to defend himself, and too bad he's not. That'd be fun.
He has a lovely family, and I'm not here to put him down. But I just...
Well, you're putting him down a little bit.
Well, I'm not...
I'll tell you, I didn't see the dancers at this party because I was at a table all the way
You were behind everything.
On the right side. You were on the side of the DJ booth in the back.
My ear is still ringing. I still don't... So I didn't see you. But usually those dancers are hot chicks, and I tell you, it makes all the men frustrated because they want to bang the little dancer.
Right. The wives all want to pull the husbands up on the dance floor, and the husbands want to dance with the dancers.
Right.
Actually, I gave Beth a glow light. I actually came up to you guys, and I was handing out those little glow things.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you guys start making out with each other? Did I miss that part? I might have been hot. I bet you're hot. You're hot, huh?
I'm attractive.
Yeah.
I do well. I've been doing this a long time, and I actually, got hired. We get hired by the way we look, for the way we look.
You bet. All right, Chris.
But yeah.
All right,
thank you so much. Okay, bye.
There you go, Scott.
See, this is why you don't throw one of those parties. It always
please.
comes back to bite you in the ass.
John Hines saying he tipped. All right, I got to take another break, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap up the show. Well, go ahead, Fred.
One of radio broadcasting's all-time
All right, enough of this. Robin, I want to get right to the news.
Yes, I just told you about John Rocker's statements about steroids, and now an affidavit from New York Yankees pitcher Andy Pettitte reportedly supports claims from Brian McNamee that the former trainer injected Roger Clemens with performance-enhancing drugs.
Right.
It says that Pettitte reported about a meeting between the three where he asked McNamee why the trainer wasn't giving him the same stuff as Roger Clemens, and McNamee was said to have replied, because it's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Clemens is scheduled to testify publicly before a congressional committee tomorrow about steroid use. So far, he has continued to deny any such use. Very sad, very sad. I don't know, excuse me, I don't know what the price of a regular stamp is now to mail a letter. Do you?
27 cents.
Oh, you are way behind.
What is it, 32 cents?
It's 41 cents.
Jesus. Talk about out of touch. I email.
That's what I do. I haven't mailed a letter in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But the price of stamps is going up again. On May 12th, you can expect to pay 42 cents for a first-class stamp.
All right.
So there you go.
Anything else, Robin?
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, but be careful. You may be getting stale candy. Not the good stuff. According to WCBS-TV, undercover buyers throughout New York purchased 6 bags of candy in preparation to celebrate St. Valentine's Day and discovered 5 of them were stale. One piece of chocolate was found to have bloom on it or white dots attached to it as if they were barnacles.
Just eat it. It'll be fine.
John Ritter's family is suing in a Los Angeles County courtroom. The Ritter family is suing doctors who treated him for $67 million.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of cash.
The former Three's Company star died in 2003, and the family is claiming that it was caused in part by one doctor's failure to inform the actor of a prior condition and a second physician's misdiagnosis.
I didn't even know chocolate could go bad.
Of course it can.
Yeah, I never really thought about it. Bad candy. Jeez.
The last thing you want your love to have is stale candy.
You're not kidding.
Members of the Writers Guild meeting this afternoon to decide if they will head back to work tomorrow. Some 2,000 members of the WGA will be at New York's Crown Plaza Hotel, where they'll decide whether they wish to immediately end their 3-month-long walkout or stay out for a little while longer. If so, then ballots will be mailed out over the coming week, so each writer can decide if they accept the New Deal. A similar vote is also taking place in Los Angeles. That is begging the question, when do your shows return to TV?
I like that Terminator show. You don't like it. I like it.
I'm still watching it.
Yeah, it's good. I like that one. Saracana.
First, as early as Wednesday, the late-night talk shows that didn't strike a side deal with their writers could be back together with those writers so that you can get some fresh, new, entertaining shows. And I suppose the guests will return, too, once the picket lines disappear. Mm-hmm. Second, potentially by April, you'll get some new half-hour sitcoms, including The Office and How I Met Your Mother. Third, possibly by late spring, hit series with a huge following, a la Gossip Girl. And fourth, in hibernation until next fall, or winter dramas, including Heroes and 24.
Okay, get back to work, guys.
Yeah, but we will be waiting a long time for a new segment of Heroes. Mm-hmm. J.R.R. Tolkien, know the name?
Yeah, he wrote some books.
Lord of the Rings books.
Mm-hmm.
that estate, the author's estate, is suing its movie bosses because they say so far those 3 films, which have made $6 billion at the international box office, have failed to pay them very much money. I think what they're saying is so far they've gotten $67,000.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, that's what, I mean, everybody's up to shenanigans. What are you going to say? They didn't make any money?
I guess, you know, after all the advertising and everything, $6 billion doesn't cover much.
All right. What else you got there?
Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband, Chris Martin, are considering adopting a child. Where would they adopt from, Howard?
It's got to be the same place Madonna got hers.
No, it would not be.
Then it's got to be the same place that Angelina Jolie got hers.
According to this account, they are considering adopting an orphan from the actress's hometown of New York.
Oh, that's cool.
See? They're not just following other people.
Sure. I heard someone was going to go all the way to Jersey to adopt a kid. There's plenty of kids to go around.
So, yes, somebody's finally thinking that some Americans need to be adopted.
Right.
How many people in the United States right now?
Right now, 300 million.
You would be very close. 303 million is our total population.
I missed those 3.
And they say by 2050, I don't know if you'll still be around.
By 2050, they're saying 1 billion. Now, how are they getting that number?
No, they're not saying 1 billion. They say our population will soar to 438 million.
Yeah, they say that with all the illegal immigration, especially, and immigration in general, and all the children, it's really going to be a huge population.
The Hispanic population will triple.
That's what I said. That's what I was trying to say.
Saudi Arabia is banning all things red just in time for Valentine's Day. They think the holiday is a sin, so they're banning all red.
I'm for that.
And Heather Mills, I keep seeing different predictions as to what she wants from Paul McCartney. Sometimes it's somewhere around 50 million, and then I see 120 million. So I don't know exactly what she's asking for, but she did get lawyers. She decided not to try to go up against Paul and his big-time lawyer by herself.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Robin. And that's that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Check out King Norris on the Fuse channel on a show called The Sauce, hosted by Steve Smith. That's February 26th on Tuesday. And then March 8th, Saturday night, King Norris at Tiki Stadium, Keansburg, New Jersey. See Gary Dell'Abate along with special appearances by some cast members of the show, including Sal, Richard Christie, John Hine, Benjy Bronk, and Artie Lange at the Borders Bookstore on Park Avenue and 57th in Manhattan on Valentine's Day from 1 to 3 p.m. 10% of all purchases that day go to Lifebeat, the music industry that fights AIDS. See the Killers of Comedy February 15th at the El Corazon in Seattle, Washington. February 16th at the Hawthorne Theater in Portland, Oregon. And February 23rd at the Broadway Theater, Pittman, New Jersey. Go to RevBobLevy.com for complete information. Check out Levy's Comedy Club at the Ramada in Levittown, Pennsylvania. Call 215-945-LEVY for upcoming shows or go to RevBobLevy.com. The book Benjy and his naked lesbian bachelor party strippers for all your party needs. Go to...
Hey now. Hey, good morning, everybody. What's happening?
Hey now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey now.
What's happening? Everybody okay? I was just reading about Marilyn Manson married an ex-stripper, or I don't know what she was. They call her vaudeville girl or whatever. Dita Von Teese. And they had a really bizarre wedding.
They got married recently?
Yeah, over the weekend. And they got dressed up like, like Dracula, and had a coffin, and I don't know what the
frig was going on there. But
she the one who used to do that act where she got in the big martini glass?
Yeah.
Yeah, burlesque.
She's been with him for a while then, right?
Rap music played in the background, and a female minister asked Manson, "Do you take this stripper to..." That's funny. Then she asked Adita Von Teese, whose real name is Heather Sweet, "Do you take this icon?"
Oh,
that's good.
He thinks a lot of himself.
Yeah,
a little pretentious.
They said it was tongue-in-cheek.
Oh, my goodness, sure.
Yeah. So that's going on.
Yeah, that doesn't look good in print.
Here in New York, we had a big snowfall, 27 inches, 26.9 inches, and...
you can round that off to
27. The city is a real mess. You hope people won't come in. Because...
yeah, you don't need people on the streets right now because they're still trying to clean everything.
And it is sort of a holiday. It's...
what's the holiday?
It's Lincoln's birthday.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to put it that way, maybe people can rationalize it that way. But the city is such a mess that it's really not worth coming into unless you have a job that's absolutely important, like this one.
I couldn't believe that the public schools are open today.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie... lives outside Manhattan, and he said that he's got, like, literally 8 to 10 feet of snow off his deck. Like, literally, there's that much snow.
Yeah, I felt like I should get snowshoes to get out of the house today.
Yeah, we got about 1.5 feet in North Jersey, so...
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge snowfall.
Beautiful, but...
Yeah.
difficult to deal with.
And then it shuts everyone up about the global warming, you know.
Well, that's what I was thinking this weekend. You guys had us, you know, in a balmy, tropical scene.
Little
and
Miami.
I said, well, what happened? What happened to our global warming?
Yeah,
it's over.
Get out there with that hairspray today, guys. Spray it right at the sky.
Coolest guy of the week is our Vice President, Dick Cheney, who's going around shooting a lot of these fat cat Republicans.
Yeah.
That's pretty
They've
cool.
been so supportive to him, though. Why would he shoot them?
I think he finally realized what assholes they are.
Taking a stance, man.
Yeah. He finally... I opened up the newspaper. It said, Dick Cheney wounds hunting buddy in accident. I guess they used... Dick Cheney, of course, avoided the Vietnam War on 5 different occasions, but he is a man's man, and he takes his gun and he goes and shoots quail, which is probably the most hideous thing you could eat. I don't even think they eat it. They just want to shoot birds.
Right, it's sort of like pigeon, isn't it?
That's eating pigeon.
And it's pretty slow. It's not like it's pretty like it's like a lethargic type of bird, a quail.
And I don't think they're armed.
Yeah, right.
So
it's easier than the Viet Cong.
They should have arrested him for hunting lawyers out of season. No, you're supposed to hit the birds. So anyway...
You know what I thought? You know how sometimes when, like, a lion attacks a man, they have to kill it because it's tasted human blood? Do we have to put down the vice president because he's tasted human blood?
So he was shooting quail, and the other dude, I guess, was out walking to pick up one of his birds that he shot. They shoot with birdshot, not bullets, because if he shot bullets, the guy would have been dead. So Cheney hit the guy with some birdshot in the face.
He sprayed him.
Yeah. But,
well, what was funny to me, I keep trying to review this in my head because here's the deal. The guy shot his own bird, and he went to get it.
Right.
Cheney and the other guy he was with moved forward.
Yeah.
So that would mean the guy with the bird, his bird was behind them.
Who knows? It's friendly fire. I mean, Cheney hitting one of his own. Harry... The victim is Harry Whittington, who looks like another humorless guy, just like Cheney.
Yeah, when I saw the pictures, I was like, is that his brother?
Yeah, they both don't smile.
Their faces don't seem to be able to make that upward motion.
I got to tell you, 60 Minutes does such a good job of bashing Bush. There's no way anyone could like the president anymore. Last night they did a story on... Did you see it?
Yeah, the veterans.
Well, last night they did a story first on embryonic stem cell research and how it can cure, just so many things. But, of course, Bush is against every day in this country we destroy embryos because they're frozen for medical reasons. People want to have kids. They can't have kids. So they have their embryos, frozen, and then you have some leftover ones after you have your kids, so they destroy them. But Bush won't let them do, they're not babies. Bush thinks they're babies.
And it's
He'd
crazy.
rather see them killed than go to good use.
Doesn't it seem like if Katrina was a year earlier, there's no way he would have got elected again?
Right.
Like if he would have reacted the way he did a year earlier to Katrina. Because Katrina was an opening for liberals now to bash him.
Well, not
and
only
they're
that,
doing it effectively.
I don't know. I was cursing Kerry out of this because then you had a story about all these young kids who go off to Iraq and fight the war and they get their limbs blown off because, of course, all the military armor isn't in place. Half these kids wouldn't even be injured if they had the right Humvee, you know?
And how is it possible that the American fucking army doesn't have the right Humvee? How is that effing possible?
It's unbelievable. And
And we're so willing to go to war now without equipment.
Right, but you had the Yankees not having the right bats or something.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They had embryonic stem cell research. They could be maybe even growing back some of these people's arms and legs.
Right.
Well, I love how the president, he says, you can do your embryonic stem cell research. You just can't use embryo.
Yeah. Right.
Figure that out.
He's a tard of the 10th to the 10th power. I'm sitting there yelling at the TV to my girlfriend. I'm going, he's a tard to the 10th power.
But it really...
She goes, up. And she sees me going over the computer. I go, I guess there's going to be some Bush bashing. I said, yeah. I said, this is nuts. And I said, that friggin' Kerry... How is it he couldn't win that election? He had to be the worst candidate ever.
He was, and his wife was the worst candidate for I think back to how unlikable his friggin' wife was.
If you let me get up and debate Bush, I could win the presidency.
Well, that's
it wasn't
why
tough.
I said this guy couldn't have possibly wanted to be president to lose to Bush.
Well, they went out and found a Democrat who couldn't relate to regular people at all. The worst kind of Democrat, a guy who goes quail hunting and, is up in Aspen every 2 seconds.
Just this, when they were having the debate over the Supreme Court justice, he phoned in that he would like to do a filibuster from some European ski
resort.
That's right.
He's not going over real big. Hey, John, you're on the air in South Dakota.
Good idea.
Hey, how you doing, Howard? Man, I've been listening a long time. Came to Sirius just for you.
Thanks.
That senator you had on last week, he wasn't a wacko or anything, was he?
He was a congressman.
Congressman Ackerman. Yeah.
He's like a legitimate guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was talking about impeaching Bush. You hear anything about that?
I think that was a little over the top, but he's saying that it's an impeachable offense when you, of course, lie about weapons of mass destruction, and he had a couple other indictments there, but I don't know. Congressman Ackerman usually floats those things and puts them out there and waits for somebody to pick up on them.
Right.
But I don't know if they will. But no, he's a legitimate guy. He's a real good man, Congressman Ackerman.
You should pick up on him, man. I remember when you started calling yourself the king of all media, people just picked up on it. So maybe if you start screaming for his impeachment, we'll pick up on it and file it out.
Well, greater minds than mine, and certainly more political minds than mine have been screaming about it because they also believe that, spying on the American people is an impeachable defense, too. Offense. I don't want to say defense, but